Hey, what's happening, folks? Good evening. It's Kaiser Pineapple, and it's Friday. You know what time it is. So do I. So we're getting down with a little bit of just your Friday evening, just hanging out, chilling out, just wanting to kind of check in with everybody, see how things are going, and have a good time. So that's where we're at right now. So I kind of moved the camera a little bit. I'm usually over on that side of the desk, like I was last night and everything, because I'm over here on my other side of my desk where I've got all my modeling components and everything. I went ahead and just shifted over here, but going to be working on some miniatures, painting those up tonight, and seeing how things go. Hey, Rose is in the chat. How you doing, Rose? Oh, hey, well, thank you so much for going ahead and sharing that out for me. I appreciate it. Say 1 second here. Uh, So I gotta check in on something really quick. Apparently, my internet's working fine, but the wife is saying that she's got no Wi-Fi. Interesting. Might have to go correct that here in a moment. But yeah, we'll kind of check in down things here. So yeah, as I mentioned on earlier, I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit of mini painting and kind of work a few things up. I'm currently working on this for a buddy of mine for our D&D campaign that we're working on. So let me get a closer view on this. Needs some cleanup work, but all the major painting is done. I'm going to do some shadows, some additional layers, that kind of thing. I got a couple of finished examples here. Let's see. Oh, fantastic. Shared on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you so much, Rose. You know way more about this stuff than I do. I am just now getting my toes dipped in the pond, and I need all the help I can get. But yeah, so this guy, this is my dad's miniature for his character. He's in our D&D group playing a Warforged Artificer. So did that guy up. My buddy Nathan, his character is this little guy. Okay, good. Got audio. So yeah, this is his goblin. Yeah, and one of my other friends, Matt, his Goliath fighter is right here. I'll get the camera to focus in. Up there it goes. Okay. All right. So yeah, gonna kind of do a few things here and there, just kind of setting up some, setting up some of the paints. Do a little bit of this work here. I probably should have done more prep work and everything, but I gotta go also check in on this Wi-Fi situation. So I'm just gonna leave everything run. I will be right back while I check this out. Actually, quick. Okay. Run that there. All right. All right, I'm back. Rose, thank you so much. It's my pleasure. I'm going to dip my toes deeper soon, too. I want to support all my creators, supporters, and friends I have in chats. Absolutely. And if you ever need anything, questions, anything, I think you've already got my Twitter handle. Message me. I'm happy to help out any way I can, what limited capacity I can at this point. But yeah, those are cool. You paint those? Yes. So yeah, all the minis I've got here, these are all hand painted. I did these. For the most part, my is like my gamers that are in my group and everybody that I work with. I say they're all they all have like Hero Forge and stuff like that. Hero Forge allows you to make your own custom minis, and we can then print them out. And my dad's got a free 3D printer for himself and everything. He kind of uses it for the group. And then once I get those printed out, then I can go ahead and paint them and do all the work up. I've also, below my desk, I have a Dwarven Forge dungeon set that I've been putting off for the better part of a year, and I'm pretty sure that my friend is probably getting a little upset with me that I've been taking so long on it. But thankfully, he's not running the campaign right now. I am, so I've got a little bit extra time. All right, so I guess we'll just dive right in, since apparently the Wi-Fi situation is working and it's all fixed up. So right now we're just gonna sit back, relax. I'm gonna do some painting. Anyone wants to throw a question out there or anything like that, I'm happy to talk, answer, fill the gap, whatever. Say we're just gonna hang out, chill. It's been a long Friday. I'm still rocking a chest cold. It's been a bit of a crap week, so except for yesterday and today. Yeah, at least on stream anyway. So work's been a little bit tough, but we're getting into the latter half of the year, so we're closing stuff out anyway. All right. Couldn't get to tag you on Twitter. I'll have to go get it within 30 minutes. Okay. Whatever ends up working out there. If there's anything I can do to help out on that end, just let me know. I'll see what I can whip up. All right. So just kind of sitting back and hanging out. Would love for, because last night, Valhalla Waits and Digger were both in the chat hanging out. We were talking true crime stories and, just kind of local things that have happened over the years. And then, basically just kind of set up everything tonight so we could do that. I mean, I kind of hope, would really love for, anyone else from the chat, Flux, whatever, jump in. I would love that. Just kind of get a chance to talk to everybody, because it's cool getting to see everybody and meet everybody from the Vices chat. All right. I have average modding 12 hours. Hope feel better. Yeah, me too. Thankfully, it's fairly mild. So mostly it's just affecting my vocal cords right now. So I sound a little gravelier. Sound like I smoke 3 packs of Marlboros a day. I don't usually sound like this, but I'll just try to cough away from the mic. All right. Go ahead and wheel out my drawer here. So right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna do some work on the stones around the feet. Get my camera to focus again. Let's see. Twitter handle will get flux. Some might be out Friday. Yeah, probably. Let me see here. Oops. Hang on here. That's my Twitter handle. I'm already friends with Flux on there, so should be easy to find her. All right. All right. Let's get down to brass tacks. Or as they've been saying for the last week or two in the you know what trial, what the business. What the business. That was a little more stone gray than I was intending. It's going to be interesting with all this because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play into social life any of these days because I never really had a whole lot of social life before. Well, I did have, my homebrew club and everything that I used to belong to before the pandemic, and then everything kind of. Okay. Oh, cool. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, here on Murphy's buttons, we're gonna do a little bit of like a darkened silver, kind of more of a chrome look. That issue there. It's especially a trick with these miniatures because, I mean, really, they're not much. I mean, they're 28 millimeter, so they're pretty small overall. Say Warhammer figurines are in 35 millimeter scale, so they're, at least I think they're 35. So they're a little bit bigger and whatnot. D&D minis tend to be on the smaller side a little bit there. Okay. Let's get dried up and clean these up a little. Just a little dab of brown here so that way I can go around the outside of Murphy's hat. For the longest time, I had difficulty finding brushes that were small enough to do some of the fine details that I want to do on some of these. But believe it or not, I actually found that nail art brushes for manicures have the finest tips I've ever seen of brushes, and they're cheap. So, double win. Thankfully, with this guy, I don't have a lot left to do. There's more just doing some touch-up work and then doing the detailing. So while he's over here drying just a smidge, I can go ahead and pull the next guy. So this is miniature. Is obviously we just started out. I got a coat of primer on it, but yeah, this is one of the guys in our group, Arthur. His character, or different name, but that character's name is Arthur. So. And I got to remember what color scheme I had picked, or we had picked out together. So. there it is. Download. Okay. I think I'm. Yeah, Twitter's definitely got some weird shenanigans going on. I'd say they got a lot on their minds right now, that's for certain. Okay. All right. So, gonna need my red again. I swear I'm gonna need to have like a separate desk lamp or a separate light or something like that in here just so I can see all that. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. All right. So, drive. Okay. Trying to pull a little bit of what I'm planning to work on here. So, yep. Desktop. Okay, drop that there. This is definitely when the multiple monitors become almost a little awkward because all right, so here's what this is supposed to look like whenever I'm done. It's kind of what I'm going for anyway. So I'm using Vallejo colors. I got a little bit of burnt red. Flat earth, as well as a number of other, colors. I've got gunmetal. Hey, it's Flux. What is happening? Wow, this is we have a celebrity in our midst. Oh, good to see you here. So you got you and Rose in the chat. So yeah, just doing a little bit of a little bit of mini painting, working on stuff. So just got this guy fresh out while I've got my other guy, Butterfingers. Yeah, got my other guy I'm working on, like currently drying a little bit. But yeah, just kind of sitting back, relaxing. It's Friday night, so why not just, especially after a week, just sit back and have a good time. So I'm not going hard tonight or anything like that, but a little Town Branch single malt. I got Young while I'm doing dishes. Yeah, probably a good stream to have, just kind of background noise, hanging out. So, yeah, as I've mentioned before, I'm kind of working off a chest cold right now. So if I sound a little raspy and whatnot, and say it's not, that's about it. So normally don't have this problem. All right. So let's get that red going. Yeah, I was definitely enjoying the latter half of Jeff's stream today. We're just kind of listening to all that while I was working off my last hours at work and everything. I sat and lurked in the chat pretty much all day, but oh boy, that last hour or so especially was quite special and well worth the price of admission. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, I really I hope whatever that miracle cure, whatever it was that Jeff was drinking earlier on in the day, it's supposed to keep you from getting a hangover. I hope it works for him because do not envy him at all right now. I am fairly adventurous with my booze and everything, but not that adventurous. Work some of that in the crevices there. I'm gonna say the stream's gonna be about as fun to watch as watching paint dry, literally. Dad jokes. I'm full of them. Much to my wife's discontent, I'm sure. Yes, well, you should see me made and Boomer blame Hans for his delete. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to see that meme. Yeah. One of these days, I am gonna have to try and just sit through an entire stream and just try and just hang and watch. Take a day off to do it because I feel like even with as long as Jeff goes, I feel like I need to just be completely not doing anything else to watch it. I got to be able to enjoy every moment of drunken debauchery. Here we go. Close that out. I need me some green. Well, let's see. Yeah, refractive green, yes. Probably do a little light layer of anthracite gray on there too. Try and layer those colors. Thumbnail game is on point. I've had a number of years to kind of watch enough streamers and streaming and stuff like that to kind of pick up on ways to do thumbnails. I'm still no good at it, obviously, for any reason. But Yeah, the one for last night's stream I whipped up in about 5 minutes with Photoshop, and it was just literally pop a picture on my cell phone real quick, put some text on it, and done. And then I started to make a new one for tonight and lost track of, well, the fact that my wife was calling for me. So I'm like, I need to bail on that. So I just took last night's and cropped it in really close. I'm sure everybody can tell, but it was just, yeah. All right. Oh my goodness, we're actually up to 3 viewers right now. Holy moly. This is a big day for me. All right. Oh, I need to see thumbnail. I didn't look. It's literally the same thumbnail from yesterday. It's just I cropped it in closer. Get that refractive green in there. Mix it in the paint. All right. Here we go. A little bit in there. And here's a share code. It's nice for chill stream. Yes, I agree. And yeah, I know everybody's probably got their own little tales and whatnot, but yeah, at least for me anyway, this week has been quite a chore. In addition to me being a little bit under the weather, it's just been we're trying to do end of year closeout, do a lot of stuff like that. Of course, I work in insurance claims and 50 states worth of insurance claims, and I'm the only person who handles this particular type of insurance. We've got claims going back to June that we're still working through right now. And I got a lot of people that are going, where's my money? Doing what I can, but it's an office of 4 people, and I'm the only one that does claims. There we go. Like that. So pulling that picture back up again so we can get a good look at it. So yeah. Looking again like that vest is going to be, the vest that goes over the shirt is going to be a little bit interesting to kind of work around a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty doable. So I got the base coat on the shirt and the pants. Let's go ahead and let's see, that shade of brown for the boots. That's a much darker shade than what I've got out. So gotta go dig in the drawer. I definitely need to invest in some more. There we go. Look, sorry, but my bedtime. I'm piecing out and leaving it on for the watch time. Awesome, I do keep that crypto. Yep, definitely going to be doing that. And say it's, yeah. Tonight's not really intending on doing anything crazy, but yeah. Good night. You've been up for quite a while. And say, have a good night and have a good weekend, I guess. So, yep. Let me know whenever you want to just hang out and do that collab. All right. There we go. Make this a little bit thicker than I normally would. There is my thinner. There it is. Just a drop or two. I need it just a little thinner than it is, but not by much. All right. There's two. He's already in bed, but I'll listen and hang out until meds kick in. Night vlogs. Yeah, my kid checks out at about 7 o'clock. You know, he's only he turns 2 this month. God, where's that been? Or where's that gone? So, the joys of parenting. Kind of just wait until my meds kick in too. Is pop the melatonin, and I'm like, I was up till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, well, technically this morning. Up till about 2 o'clock in the morning, just couldn't sleep, coughing and whatnot. And then got about 4 hours in and went straight to work and been at it ever since. So definitely feeling it. So kind of why I just wanted to do this and just kind of hang out and just do something very relaxed and chill. No real expectations of anything. Just kind of, if any questions or anything pop in, I'll answer or talk. Whoever decides to throw stuff in chat. But otherwise, don't really have any major expectations for the evening or anything. Just relax. It's Friday. Everybody's done. It's time to get that weekend on. Say, long day. Ozzy was live at midnight, but went back to sleep till 4. Oh man. Hey, Valhalla waits. What's up, guys? Can't stay long in the middle of dinner, but wanted to stop through. Yeah, good to see you, Valhalla. To say, we're just doing a little bit of miniature painting, just kind of getting some, new minis up and running. So I've got a D&D campaign. See, this will be our 16th, 17th session next Saturday. So, yeehaw. Got to get these minis all ready for action. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and base coat gun stock 2 with that same brown. It's got a nice dark tone to it. Right now, just doing all the base coating, so as long as I'm getting the color ballpark, I can kind of work with it there. This one's going to be especially fun too because there's going to be a lot more areas that need shading. So I can kind of do a little bit of a darker base coat in some areas, and then I can kind of add on to that later as things progress. All right. Let's go ahead and get some of that metal on there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to standard do this lever action and just a standard kind of gunmetal blued finish as opposed to a brass finish, but I might do brass rings on it, so make those details pop a little bit. So my friend that actually this belongs to is actually, he lives in Germany. He and I grew up together, same hometown, little podunk town in the middle of like nowhere in Indiana. And say, of my group of friends, I was the dumb one. So between the between the couple of them that ended up as engineers, and then the him. He actually went for astrophysics, and a couple of them went IT. So I was the one that went with the arts major, and that was a dumb idea. But yeah, let's see. What are you painting exactly, Kaiser? Some D&D miniatures. So this one is my friend Austin. Sorry, his gunslinger for our current D&D campaign. So I've also done some other ones. This one I did for my dad. This is his character. It's a Warforged artificer named AO1. So took a long time to get all the nuts and bolts all painted on that one. Got the green eyes on there. It might be a little hard to pick up on the camera. And then this was one of my other friends, his goblin rogue. So did a lot of work on that one to get everything. That one was definitely particularly tricky. And then this guy is Cyril. He's our group's Goliath fighter, also an arcane knight. So he's a half giant. Yeah. The other guy that's over here drying is Murphy. He's our wizard. I'm still kind of working on getting his completed. As you see, I've still got some shading and everything to do there. But I figured as long as I was in here, I need to get the character of Arthur started. See, I've got a box over there of other minis and everything that I've kind of worked on. But I also do bigger scale models as well. Say over on this wall over here. Actually, let's scoot my camera. It's out of focus. Let's see. Nice and playing enough range right now. That's cool, man. Let's say I always do enjoy, kind of seeing what other people come up with and their characters are, or what their characters and stuff. The last character that I played, so the current group that I'm DMing for right now, we're all the same group of guys. We've been playing D&D for like over 20 years. And so the guy who plays Cyril, this guy in our group, he ran the campaign for about 5 years before that, in which I ended up playing two different characters. I played one for a short time, kind of got bored, burned out with the character. And then I just decided, I'm just going to create just a fuck it character. So that was how I came up with, actually, I've got him up here. Came up with my Drunken Master, Krog. So, yeah, Krog is a half Oni, and in our version of D&D, Onis are more of a type of half giant or something like that. They're a race of giants that leans more into chaos as opposed to order and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's a half Oni, so he can actually. I have a second figurine that I've been working on. I just got it printed fairly recently. Where'd it go? So he can actually get bulky and actually transform into a giant size. So let's see. Kaiser, that's amazing. I can't hold my hand still, plus they would cramp up holding brush. Awesome, y'all can do this. The sad part is I have the shakes really bad. And it's really because I've been doing this and whatnot that I've been able to actually get it under control. So it's a lot of up here training your brain. And as far as like being able to see details and stuff, I'm wearing my contacts right now, but usually I wear glasses. And trust me, I am having to squint a little bit at times to say eyeballs are not quite what they used to be, but I'm making progress. So see, I would need a magnifying glass too. I can see. Yeah, in those particular cases, I do have a tool for that. I have this little guy, so I can actually, put something here, clamp it in, and then I have my magnifying glass. I can really zoom in. Um, but yeah, in my other scale models that I've done, I got actually just right up above here. So this one, he's a little dusty, but this is a gargantuan green dragon that I painted about not two, about 2 years ago. I think it was actually the final end boss for our 5-year campaign, and it's hard to see because he's got the dust on him. But I actually went through and the different highlights and lowlights in the wings and whatnot. But yeah, this guy came to me in pretty much the same state as this, just bare white plastic, and yeah, I did all the coloring, shading, all that. Here, oh yeah, here's one. You'll enjoy this. So this is my 1/72nd scale X-wing from Star Wars. So let me try and get a better view of it there. It's kind of hard to see right now, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, so I spent a good long while getting this guy up to snuff here. He's a little dusty, but yeah, I did this all 1/72nd scale, completely painted, did all the detail work and everything myself, doing the Death Star trench run. And yes, it is the actual. I need a dust in here really bad. We just got new floors put in, so. But yeah, it is actually Luke's Red 5 X-Wing. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back in place there. Yeah, close enough. But yeah, I've also got a Y-Wing. And it's like, I've also got a Y-Wing that I did up. And I also have a B-Wing and a TIE Interceptor up there on the shelf over there, still in the box. I have 3 more Star Wars model kits that in 1/72nd scale. Well, 2 are in 1/72nd scale with all these. So I've got the A-Wing, and I have a Red Squadron, just kind of a Red Squadron X-Wing. That one, it comes with several different types of decals that you can kind of set it up to do. I'm going to do something with that one a little more fun, a little more custom. So let me see if I can grab a picture of this here. So yeah, I kind of want to do up an X-Wing, but I really want to do it up in the style of the F-14 Jolly Roger from back in the day. So let me go ahead and blow this up here. Gun it. I say, yeah. Okay, we'll do it live. All right. Well, that's about as good of a picture as we're going to get here. So, move that over here. Close that out. So, yeah. So this is the kind of this is the I think it's a VF. I forget which one. I think it's the VF. Yeah, VF 84 Jolly Roger. So this was the flight group on the USS Nimitz in 1979. So I want to do this kind of paint job and kind of do like the Jolly Roger graphics and everything, but I want to put it all up on an X-wing. And if I really wanted to get nerdy, just kind of doing like a Top Gun mashup, but with X-wings. Somebody on YouTube I have seen like actually did that. Like, so they do the song Danger Zone, but it's all synced up to footage of like various dogfights and everything from Star Wars with the X-wings doing the trench run. It's badass. I love it. So do you dust with air cans or a bushy paintbrush? It kind of depends. I've got a number of little brushes like this one. I mean, just kind of like more like makeup brushes. They're very, very soft that I can kind of do a little dusting with. Also, over here, I've got a compressor for my airbrush system. So it's a 2-cylinder, 1.25 horsepower electric motor compressor sitting on a 1.5 gallon air tank. So, and then I've got it rigged up over here to my airbrush. This is a Badger let's see, what was it? Badger Renegade series. This is the Velocity. And this one can use pretty much all their normal size needles all the way up to their smallest, which is the 0.21 millimeter, which is itty bitty tiny. I mean, I could pretty much write my name in very, very small letters with that airbrush. It's pretty wild. So, Kaiser, we need to get you with Tug, Yellow Flash, and the quartering. I honestly travel in a lot of the same circles with these guys, like watching them. I mean, I've been always watching these guys, and oh my god, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I say that would be really cool. I mean, I'd love to go ahead and just meet guys around, but that would be funny. That'd be really cool. I need to clip that and share it. Yes, feel free. U.S. Air Force X-Wing, I dig it. That was kind of what my thought process too. I mean, I'm still going to do it all up in New Republic colors, so it's still going to have all the regular black, gray, and gold of the VF-84. But I have found, and I I might actually have it here fairly easily accessible. Somebody did, and kind of was the inspiration behind this was somebody did a little mashup picture, and it was the VF-84 logo of the Jolly Roger, the skull and bones, but it was all done up with Arubesh around the outside, and yeah. See, I needed a computer before I could really do lives, huh? Yeah, I kind of lucked out. I built mine a few years ago, and I built it with enough foresight in mind to at least kind of make it so that way it'll last me a while. Let's say, and get you on a flashcast at some point. Oh dear God. That I wouldn't say no, but oh my God, I'd be terrified out of my mind that I would just absolutely stick my foot in my mouth, because similar to a lot of the other folks you've probably seen on various other online shows and stuff, sometimes I have a tendency to, let my, what's going on in my brain and my mouth filter don't quite connect, and I say what's on my mind a little bit too often. But hey, whatever I got to do, get that grift. Say, would I love to be able to turn this into something? Abso-freaking-lutely, I would. But even if it's just like me and 2-3 viewers hanging out, just talking and having, just having some fun chat. Yeah, that to me sounds like a win. I have zero ability to do that, by the way. I figured, but still, it's one of those. It's just kind of like, would I? Yes. Would I probably do something really stupid? Absolutely, I would, because it's pretty chill right now because it's just me. But get me on with, Jeff or Farron or anybody else, like in kind of the circles that we watch. Oh dear God, I would probably say some things that even Drex would probably go, nah, man, no. It was a freaking shock to my system whenever actually Drex followed me on Twitter. I'm like, what? Why? Why do you follow me? Like, okay, I'm just some dumb kid from Indiana. I was like, why are you following me? But cool, thanks. I gotta fix this. Oh, yeah. And what other models and model kits do I currently have working? So I found an old kit in a closet at my parents' house from years ago. It's an AMT 1959 Chevrolet Corvette, which my uncle got me so many years ago. And yeah, I never really had any interest in having that at all. And that's why I kind of sat in the closet. But oh my dear God. Somebody years ago decided that would be a good idea to use that car in that bad J.J. Abrams Star Trek remake. And so now it's like, okay, I at least have a reason to kind of keep it and do it, but do it upright. I don't know. I just, got a little rambly, but whatever. Other models I have currently working. I have a VF1 A from Macross, the transforming fighter from the anime. I have one 144th scale Millennium Falcon. That one's going to be big. I've got the Supernatural Impala. And I'm currently working on a kind of a kit bash to put together the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo out of the body shell of a 65 Ford Econoline van and the base of the Dodge Fever truck from back in the 70s. So kind of working on that. All right. Sorry to see you go, Valhalla, but have a good night. Have a good weekend. Take care. Yeah, I mean, I've got a handful of other models and kits and stuff that I've done. The probably the most recent one that I did just before this. Hang on. So I got into resin scale models as well. So this was a figure of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII that I did. The garage kit. Not the greatest light for it, but yeah, I took a long time getting this one all put together. This one probably was a year working on it off and on. But yeah, that was the kit that I was working on before really diving in on the minis and everything and just kind of getting caught up on those. All right. Wow, what are they worth now? I don't know. Model kits? Who knows? I mean, I kind of kit bashed them, so I probably got about $50 to $75 wrapped up in that one model kit, but let's see. How are we looking on this? Are we drying? Okay, we're looking pretty good, so I can go ahead and put on a little bit more. Just dab a little bit here. Okay. Finish off that last little bit there, just so it's not staring at me. Sometimes you get that last little bit of whiskey in the glass and it's just staring at you like, drink me, motherfucker. I freaking dare you. Okay. I think on Murphy, I'm going to go ahead, since I've got most of the wash, or sorry, I've got most of the detail and everything else done. There is like one or two little spots I wanted to touch up, but nothing major. Just kind of making sure that the silver on the buttons kind of comes through, but yeah, that should darken and even out with the coat, so it shouldn't be noticeable, and you should only be able to see the buttons there. And then while that is drying on that end, we're going to go ahead and get my flat brush, number 2. No, I say 2, it's actually a 00, I think. Sorry, 1/8 inch flat. Flat there. It is getting up there in time, isn't it? Say, hour and 10 minutes were officially longer than last night's stream. There we go. Got a little bit of brown wash here. do about 2 drops of uncut brown wash. We'll do about 2 of black. Let's just do 3 of straight black. Kind of mix those together. Kind of get that Cosme, I suggest putting the cam behind you. Just decided to show you paint. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to best to work this. Actually, I got a little miniature tripod that the cam is sitting on right now because it's usually mounted on top of my monitor over there on top of my computer. So, and my microphone is usually on my zero motion mic stand. But let me see. My eventual goal is to have 2 cameras, one here, and then have one kind of up high looking down so you can just see what I'm working on and just have both the cameras going at once. Not sure how that would work, but we'll see. Go ahead and just angle down a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to kind of hold them up anyway while I'm doing all the actual painting itself. And right now, the purpose of this wash is just to get in there into those cracks and crevices of the stone to make it those details really pop. Okay. I'm going to take that to mean you got something going there. So I appreciate you coming out and say if you can hang out at all, say great. If not, hey, no big deal, but appreciate you stopping by, whatever the case. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, you can see my painting now. Yep, there we go. There we are. Okay, good. I can do that in StreamYard. All right. Good to know, that's for sure. Let's say I have a second webcam, but unfortunately, it's so old it's basically potato cam. Okay. So at some point here, I will go ahead and invest in a second webcam so I can have one that's actually for like a face cam, the other one for actually pointing down, like actually doing my work. All right, so a little bit closer, you can kind of see where starting to get the wash into the cracks there. You see it kind of washing around a little bit. That's fine. I got a little excess. Right now, I'm just trying to get pigment into those cracks. And that way, those details can pop. So now that I've got that there, I'm going to set him on a nice level surface and we'll just let him dry. That one's going to take a while so I can get all the detail in. And say what I did with that one there is how I got a lot of the kind of the cracks and crevices detail in this guy right here. This one definitely was a significant challenge because I've never had to do one with this kind of like base and rock formation before. So, yeah. You can kind of see his eyes there. Those were really hard to do, especially on a figure this small. I mean, if you can see the finger of my, the fingernail of my index finger and how big he is, it's tiny, tiny figure. Okay. So, whoops. How are we looking here? A little touch up. Just a little tiny bit touch up on those edges there. I normally would not use anything this coarse, but since we're just doing touch ups, it's not a big deal. You just have to be a little extra careful. Yep. And then just like that, you kind of got a little bit of paint leak around the side of the face, but since I haven't actually done skin tone yet, that's not going to be a problem. Okay. And I guess since these got kind of more of a flat base, there's not a whole lot of detail I have to worry about there. I could probably just go ahead and paint the base on this one, or at least get a base coat. So yeah. All right. We're going to use a little bit of Tamiya XF20. So more of a flat kind of acrylic paint. Different type that I've been using, but for the base, this ought to be good because you kind of get a nice little bit more of a, it's a gray tone, but it's more of an earthy gray. Got to put that college education using that color theory class to work somehow. And yes, I did actually have to take a class in college devoted to nothing but color theory. And it was probably one of the single most boring classes I think I've ever taken, but also one of the most important and most informative ones, because in all my graphic design work and whatnot and doing this, it's kind of how I figured out how to learn to blend colors better and kind of figure out what colors are more complementary to each other. Definitely gave me a leg up in that end. All right. So this one's going to be a little bit more of a stickler about the different types of material that it's stuck to. All right. There we go. Just good and let that dry. So I'm going to go ahead and pop him loose. Set him over here to dry. Cap that thing. All right, before I start anything new, I've got this guy over here that I need to fix. Because before the stream started, we had a little mishap. So I'm going to take him off of here. Put him on my little handy-dandy little handle thingy. So before the stream started, this little guy, he's a gnome artificer with the group. Kind of hard to see, but he's got a little mimic at his feet, and he's supposed to have a pistol firing like a magic bolt. And unfortunately, the bolt of magic in the front half of the barrel kind of broke off. I accidentally knocked something over just getting the stream set up. And super glue seems to be not really working very well. Model glue's not taking hold fast enough. So I'm going to have to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to have to use UV cement. So give me a grab for the sec here. So this is some fun stuff. If you ever get a chance to use it, if you ever have something like this, it's called Bondic. And this stuff is actually fantastic. So it is a type of epoxy resin. But what's crazy about it is that you can literally dry it with an ultraviolet UV light. And it dries instantaneously when exposed to UV light. So we're going to go ahead and pop him out of here. In here. Position our hands accordingly. And without breaking this, I'm going to try to get it to meet up right at the correct point of break. Yep, there we are. Perfect. So where the break meets up, where the break actually happened, and where this meets up, you got it all nice and positioned. I just got to do some fine tuning. Get that perfectly mated up right there. And so we just give a little dab. Go around the outside. And bingo, bango. Voila, it's fixed. Probably need to do a little bit more of a set on that. Okay, yeah, that didn't quite take hold as well as I had hoped for, so that's no big deal. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents, as Bob Ross likes to say. And I can just easily pop that right off. It just came right off of that X-Acto blade, just boop, popped it right off. And so we got a clean working surface again. And so we'll just position everything back the way it was, get it where we want it, and we'll just try it again. And this time we'll give it a little bit longer to cure. Okay, that should be enough. For good measure, we're going to get the big light out. Bet you don't know too many folks that actually carry a flashlight, SOS beacon, work light, magnetic light, and black light all in one in their daily carry bag. There we are. Set it to UV. And we can actually dial it in. You know, for whenever you gotta have fun at that haunted house at 5, but then you gotta go check a crime scene at 6. There we are. Now we should be way better set. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That ain't going nowhere. All right. We're all fixed. Simple, easy, way better than using super glue or anything like that. And as far as like any of the details here, because I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of additional material kind of bound up around the outside edge of the seams. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like the shiny areas on the edge there. And for that, I've got my nice little rat tail files, my jewelry files. I can just kind of get back in there. Just do a little bit of gentle work. Kind of get in those corners. Flatten those out. And voila. So that guy's all fixed. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit more of a camera adjustment here. Or if I can set it a little further back. There you go. All right. Okay. So that guy's done. Waiting on him to dry. Got Wilson fixed. Yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and get a start on this guy. So this is actually my brother's character for the same game that I'm running right now. So he's playing a tiefling bard and warlock combination. So he's kind of a half demon, but he's also carrying a legendary sword that is got a mind of its own. Literally, it's kind of been a fun thing, and he's primarily been keeping his identity as a half demon a secret from everybody because it's kind of, well, they're kind of persona non grata in Eberron, which is the module we're playing in. We're playing in Eberron. And so this is kind of like more of the version of his character as they would be like without the various glamour effects to make him look like a human. I already did another miniature for him of this same character in human form. And it was only actually just like last session or session before that it was kind of like his situation, like what he was revealed to the party. So it was kind of a fun little shock to everybody. And then actually, last session, one of the characters one of my players, his character revealed that he's actually a changeling who's been in disguise the entire time and nobody had any clue. So a shapeshifter. Yeah, so in addition to doing all the painting and everything like that, I do a lot of story writing with D&D whatnot, and I do record our sessions, but yeah, they're kind of more or less just for private, like just to kind of keep track of things, and it's an elaborate way of taking notes. All right, so this guy, we're actually going to start with Anthracite Gray, because most of him is going to be like gray on the outside, except for skin tone. His skin tone is going to be more of a dark red. see, we still got some moisture over here. Yes, we do. Kind of thin some of that out, scrape a little bit off the top. Get as much mileage out of this paint as I can. He doesn't have a lot of skin showing, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a base coat of that. I usually wait and do like all the flesh tones after everything else, but in this particular case, better just to go ahead and do the flesh tones early because he has so little actual skin showing on the model. And I've already got the rest of everything, like the paints and whatnot, already out and ready to go. So got that little coat there. Head. All right. And yep, there's that anthracite gray. Do that up. So one thing you learn about doing these little miniatures is that you do not need a lot of paint, and a little dab will do you in most cases. Okay. So with most of this character using this kind of dark gray tone, I will probably need, yeah, I'm gonna definitely need more than what I got out, but yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, no worries, Rose. It's fine. There we go. No big deal at all. We're just hanging out. It's a chill Friday stream. We're just relaxing and just hanging out. So, no major doodads or thingies or expectations or what have you. Just doing what we got. Yeah, I understand about yeah, it's getting up there in hours, so I'm probably not going to be streaming for too much longer either. Say I've got to get up with the kid tomorrow morning, so yeah, Dad's got to do dad things and whatnot, so might as well get some sleep, especially since I'm running on less than 4 hours of sleep as it is. Say, yeah, the chest cold woke me up in the middle of the night last night and couldn't get back to sleep, so been dealing with it, but I am definitely not college age anymore. Chest armor. Yeah, give it a nice dark base layer here so that way whenever I do any work with the additional colors that's going to go on here. I mean, his character's model is very dark anyway, and it just kind of plays out and works better in that regard. Right. Okay. Now, before I lose whatever little bit of red I've got left, let's go ahead and get that tail. Okay. And he'll be good to dry for a bit there. I'm going to actually base layer the base brown first, and then after he gets a chance to dry and everything like that, then I'll go back over it with some black wash and then fill in some of those cracks and layers there and kind of start to get the foundation laid for kind of a contrasting but also still dark look to that. The sword in his hand, though, that's going to be interesting because in the game that we're writing right now, his sword is actually the legendary Black Razor, which is a very, very bad, evil sword. And it was only because Hunter, real name Ulramar, he basically stole it. He was the son of the high priest in this group, and they worshipped the sword, waiting for its master to come back and claim it. The master, of course, being a Rakshasa by the name of Mordekash. And finding some weaknesses and stuff like that with the sword, he took it and stole it from his people and has kind of been hiding out with it ever since. So the sword talks to him. It's what also gives him his warlock powers. And one of the most insanely difficult things, especially with these minis, in this case, to do is that canonically Black Razor is a sword that is darker than the darkest night, but the inside of the blade reflects like a starry sky. So for that, I don't like to do a lot of weird effects with my miniatures. I like to do actual more light tricks and actually do things to kind of set that up. I've actually got a pearlized black that I will end up using on this. Get that nice kind of grain texture with that shine. So it'll actually have kind of a pearlescent sort of sparkle to the blade itself. So he's going to go ahead and dry. There we go. Okay. It is officially 10:40 p.m. and currently we've reached 1 hour 41 minutes of stream time. So Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably just close it out here in just a bit, so that way give everybody a chance to kind of get some sleep, get ready for the weekend. I know that I've got quite a bit on my hands. I'm probably gonna jump over, play some Elite Dangerous, you know, just game for a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably turn in pretty quick as well. So, all right. With that being said, so all the ways, thanks, man. So all right. I guess we looking forward right now. So current process thoughts and whatnot. I don't have any specific plans at this exact time for when I'm going to stream next. Um, so I think I'm probably going to just use the weekend, recharge and whatnot. So there probably will not be another stream until at least Monday or Tuesday, depending on how things kind of work out. And I do know that, there had been some talk of doing some collab work and stuff like that. If there's any invitations that get sent out and whatnot, I'll definitely jump on stream with somebody if they want to. But I think as far as me directly streaming, and I just realized I have an empty whiskey glass, that I'll probably just I won't stream until next week, but I'd be happy to jump on stream with somebody else if they want to run something. So I think that's it for tonight. We're going to close it off here. I'm going to do some more another stream probably sometime next week. Do more of the minis. Do some more painting on those. And at some point, I'm going to tackle another one of those bigger model kits and do a little bit more with those because those are always fun. I'm going to need to invest in that second camera, but I've got all the connections and everything. It's literally just a matter of getting a second camera and a little second mini tripod. I don't think it's going to cost me that much. So yeah, hey, if otherwise, thank you all so much for dropping by. Like, subscribe, share it around, talk about us. You can find me on Twitter at Kaiser Pineapple. That is with a Kaiser with a Z. And then, as far as like any of my other stuff like that, I mean, you can really see where my YouTube is at. Any updates or anything like that will either be posted directly to Twitter or to, my YouTube page. I'll kind of try and keep everybody updated as much as possible. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Thanks for dropping by. And I will see you all another time. Good night.